Hello and welcome to episode 46 of series 4 of Master League Story Mode. So, what's the sitch? Do people still say sitch? I like sitch. I'm going to bring sitch back. So let's examine the sitch. We started the season at an incredible pace, but then we came undone slightly in the last episode. We snuck a victory against Lazio in our Europa League group. That could be a massive win for us in terms of getting through to the knockout rounds. But before that, we lost to Troyes in the league, and that wasn't good enough. They are a minnow, to say the least. We are still top of the league. We do still have the 2 highest goal scorers. And yeah, with those things considered, we should be still feeling pretty confident. Although we do invite Monaco to Clermont today. Let's go and take a look at the sides. So, front three, well, Karamo and Moore pick themselves with the blue arrows. The only question is then, who do we play out on the left? Well, I think we'll start Kayalapu. He doesn't ever tend to fail us. We've got Berahino and Mitrovic on the bench as options. Look at the midfield three. I mean, those are our 3 most dependable players. Despite some good performances from some of the bit part players this season, like Benassa, Musunda, they've all looked good when called upon, but I think they're going to be off the bench today, if at all. Then at the back, Zagadou is looking tired. Alcibiade is on a downward arrow. Alcibiade might be the one I'd change here. Give Holgate a run out, or Tisserand. Tisserand actually takes it down less. We'll give Tisserand a go. We haven't seen him yet. Keeps us at 90 team spirit, which is vital. And someone did mention in the comments that they want to see a bit more of Passetto. Well, with Cafu looking a little tired and on a sideways arrow, we'll have him as an option off the bench. People still want to see him do well. He was the comedy character of the last season and a half, and he somehow avoided the chop during the transfer window. We'd love to see him come good because, I mean, technically he's a good player. He's still only 24 years old. He's got room to improve. He's good on the ball, decent passer, actually a pretty good finisher. Good all-round player, solid player. And he's got amazing run, speeding bullet and incisive run. So he should be able to do something off that wing, or even maybe in the Kayalapu role, so we can give him a run out if needed. Mitrovic as an option off the bench as well, the battering ram. Other than that, I think we're good to go. Quick look at Monaco. Yeah, Jovetic and Lamar up front. That's pretty dangerous, but they're missing some of the big players, obviously. Balde on the bench. Mbappe, obviously, gone. So, yeah, I mean, they've got not really any better rated players than us as a whole. And they've got Congolo at the back, obviously. Excellent centre-back. It's going to be really, really difficult. There's no 2 ways about it. Let's get into it. So, Monaco and Clermont Foot / Creeg Diacre have got quite a bit of history in this timeline. We lost to them in the first season when we were still in Ligue 2. We lost in the French Cup. And then last season we definitely beat them at least once. I can't remember. Might have been twice. I'm not sure we lost to them. And then most interestingly, Creeg Diacre was linked heavily with the Monaco job over the summer. Nothing ever came of that. It's still a place that I can see her going. It would be an interesting place to go. But it really depends on how well we do this season. And this is going to be a key matchup at home. We want to get all 3 points today. Come on. And Cham out to Tisserand. He's in today for Alcibiade. It's a difficult choice that. Doesn't really offer us the attacking threat, but he will put a ball into the box here. It's not a bad one. Karamo will spin, and his header goes wide. First chance of the game, though, straight away here for Clermont coming out of the blocks. Simple, overlapping run from the right back. But Tisserand, what he lacks in passing and attacking ability, he's definitely going to make up for defensively, and we might need that today. Ronnie Lopez. That does not sound like a name that fits with Lopez, does it? Tisserand. Oh, Miami Vice gets a good ball into Zadibe. He'll put a ball into Jovetic. He'll turn. Get the shot in. Oh, Tisserand can't clear. And that is out for a corner. Thomas Lamar over this one. Zagadou will attack it at the near post. Lovely work. Zadibe has a go. Bernardoni with an excellent save. Bernardoni called up to the French under-21 squad this week alongside Olivier and Cham. He's been the top goalkeeper by a long stretch in Ligue 2 this season. So it's earned him a call up, and he's shown there how great he is in this game as well. Emre Moore now. Steps away from Tielemans. That's nice. And Cham inside to Wellington Nem. Lets it run across his body out to Duarte. We're pulling them back and forth here. The home side looking very confident. Out to Tisserand, who's looked really good so far. He'll go back inside into Wellington Nem. In Cham now. Little chip into Karamo. Lovely ball into Wellington Nem. Oh! And the final block there prevented us from threading that final ball. Threading the ball into the back of the net, is that a thing? I don't know. But the passing, the build-up was brilliant. Karamo, lovely flick into Wellington Nem. Such confidence there. Doolin back into Duarte. He'll put the ball over the top looking for Karamo. Lovely take. Oh, he just couldn't get to it. Just couldn't get his legs moving quick enough. The first touch was beautiful. I was sort of hoping he would hit that first time. Good build up here, but it's all one-way traffic at the moment. Oh, just got away from him. So close. Emery Moore again is taking over corner duties. That's a good one. Big Zags is there. Gets the header straight at Benaglio again. We've had the chances, but we've made them all very easy for the keeper. Oh, that's very poor. And now Doolin can chip the keeper. Benaglio gets there, but he's not done enough. And David Doolin with a very, very rare goal. The captain, the most beautiful man in football, many have said, gets a rare goal. And it was quick thinking. An awful, awful throw from Benaglio. Straight to Doolin. He went for the chip. I mean, it's not sweet when a keeper gets a touch, but I guess if he gets a touch and it goes in, it's as good as it going straight in. And with that in mind, that is an incredible goal. And there they are, the Claremont Foot faithful going absolutely wild. And you can see why the captain, a stalwart of this side. Many thought his days might be numbered, getting a bit old. But that is an excellent finish, despite the keeper getting a touch to it. And he actually maybe lobbed it over Congolo, who wasn't able to get there. But this throw out, he's barely even looking where he's going to throw it. It's not even a throw, it's a roll, and then it's too easy for Doolin. Presence of mind just to chip it back over the keeper. He couldn't do enough. Wow, well, we deserved it, and I can't think of a better person to have scored it. So great to see him back on the score sheet, and half an hour in, we've got our goal. Comes in Durham, a player we definitely looked at signing. Does well there to find Toure. Now Lamar. Can he link up with Jovetic? That's a good ball over the top. Zagadou pressuring. Jovetic gets away. Good ball in. Bernardoni. Quick off his line. And it's half-time here in Claremont, and half an hour in, it's Doolin with a great goal. A goal that we really deserved in terms of shots and chances created. But we weren't really able to work the keeper with anything significant up till that point. Only 3 shots on target, actually. I thought we had more than that, but 57% possession. The home side dominant here. If we can keep this going, then yeah, we want to put them to the sword. We want to make... We're staking a claim for the league this season, let's be honest. We've started in a way that says we can do this. And coming up against the big sides like Monaco, who, albeit not as strong as they have been, if we can lay down a marker here, then everyone's going to be scared of us. Oh, lovely 1-2 there, and Jovetic will get there ahead of Tisserand. He can't get a ball in. Lamar with the header at the near post. First big chance for Monaco. Coming out of the blocks quickly in this second half. It was good build-up. Nice 1-2 there. Miami Vice into Jovetic. Good ball with the left foot. Just couldn't get it on target. Oh, Doolin reads that beautifully. Then finds Olivier Ncham. He's going to look to run away from Lopez. Still Ncham. Finds Caramo. Back to Ncham. Ncham steps inside. Away from Jemison. Gets the shot in. Oh, Olivier and Chin. It's goals from 2 unlikely sources, but 2 sources that make me very, very happy. 2 mainstays of this side. They have been the heart, the beating heart of this side in the central midfield. Since day 1, pretty much, of our first game in Ligue 2. Olivier Ncham, well, we always criticise him for not being able to score enough goals, but his role has definitely changed. He moved back from attacking midfield, and he looks so much more natural in this role, moving in from deep. And here, it was a great run from Caramo just to take the defender away, and he's just given that full beans, a full tin of beans. There's no way the keeper's going to keep hold of that. Great running from the midfield. He is the absolute archetype of a box-to-box midfielder. He can do everything at either end of the pitch. He's sort of like N'Golo Kante, but he's a better attacker. He's sort of like a mixture of N'Golo Kante and Paul Pogba. Maybe I'm going over the top. I don't know. But I think he definitely is. Professional foul there from Zagadou. Just dragging back Thomas Lamar in full flight. He's looked the only real danger from this side. Not enough to get a card, I wouldn't think. Just enough to slow this down. And far enough out not to be too much danger, I would say, to Bernardoni. It's going to be Lamar over this. He'll just flight it in. Decore easy header away. Oh, Zagadou with the preemptive tackle. I think that's going to be a foul. But once again, he's all over Lamar like a rash. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. He anticipated where the ball was going to be. I think he might have got a bit of the man. Still manages not to pick up a yellow card, but another example of Zagadou's excellent defending. And there he is again, hitting it up, not out. Oh, and Ncham can't get the final touch. Zagadou this time won't make a mistake. And Caramo can nick it into Goodwin Kayalapu. He'll run forward now. He's got Caramo as an option. He will use him. Into the box. Oh, Jan Caramo with the turn. And then the curling effort. Oh, I was celebrating. I don't believe it. No. I was just about to start screaming then. Oh, that would have been one for the collector's album. Koyalapu. Back into Dooley, and he's having the game of his life today, and he'll hit this one from distance. Oh, it's off the bar! Oh my God. Denied by the Denver bar twice in such a short space of time. Both of them would have been contenders for goal of the season. Oh, we are absolutely flying today. Duarte down the line into Koyalapu. Emerson with him. Cuts back in. Back to Jan Karamo. Oh, this time the keeper gets to it. Oh my God. There's got to be more goals in this, surely. And Cham steps away and he'll have another go from distance. Oh, it could have been so many good goals today. Keeper saves that effort from Karamo. We had 2 before. And then Cham just steps away from his man. Lashes one off. It's not far. It's not far. And that's great work here. Koyalapu can slip it in to Jan Karamo. He'll step inside. And then onto his right again. Oh my God. We should have scored that. Should have scored that one. Went for the extra dummy. I think it was probably necessary. Carrillo can't win that back. Cham, lovely ball into Wellington. Now Koyalapu, Karamo flicks it into the path of Goodwin Koyalapu. The chip! Oh my God, this keeper suddenly has decided he's the best keeper in the world. Oh, I can't believe it. The goals that we haven't scored today have been the best goals we haven't scored ever. And what a win that was. That's got to be one of my favourite Claremont foot wins of all time. We were just dominant, absolutely dominant. I dread to think, for Monaco's sake, what the possession stats were. And as I said, the goals that we didn't score in this were some of the best goals I've ever seen. 56% possession, yeah, that sounds about right. 7 shots on target. I mean, their keeper at the end played an absolute blinder, denying pretty much every single player on our team. And look at that, it's a 7 apiece for our midfield duo. That's beautiful, and Cham gets man of the match, and everyone played well, really did. Tisserand was excellent as well, in for Alcibiade today. He's got to be a little bit worried about his position, because he offered a really great extra defensive body in the box when necessary, which Alcibiade doesn't quite do. And then everyone else looked great. I mean, we didn't need Berahino or Mitrovic or Jonathan Caffey at all today. And it was the usual suspects, really, pretty much. Bar Tisserand and Emre Moore, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes I think tinkering is the worst thing we can do with this side that are looking so great. But Monaco also were very poor. What a win. It should have been more goals, really, shouldn't it? It should have been more. We have scored the most goals in the league this season. Oh, no, we haven't. Marseille have also scored quite a few. But Monaco, where are they? Oh, they're in 10th position. Yeah, they've lost 3 already this season. They're out of the running, to be honest. Lille are yet to lose. Hazard Dijon. Interesting. I mean, it's pretty close. It's going to be an exciting season if it stays like this. So we've had a good solid week off here before our what is always a great grudge game against Nancy Lorraine. We have had a bid for Karamo. We don't want to sell him. I just need to remind myself. Has he got a release fee? No, he's not got a release fee. Does he have one coming in? I can't even remember. I don't think he does. Who are the people with release fees? Let's take another look. Masunda doesn't have one. Who's our best player with a release fee at the moment? Masawema, 8 million release fee. I'm sure there was someone else. Doolin, 11 million. That can't have been it. There was someone else. I don't know if it maybe was a new contract. I don't know if you can see them. I was sure there were some better players with release fees. I was thinking we can go in now and try and renegotiate. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. I'm sure Karamo had a release fee. Anyway, 10 million from Alkmaar. You've got to be kidding me. That is just not good enough. I mean, it could be that these are the contracts that they're currently on, and when these run out, their new contracts with release fees will kick in. I don't know how it works. It's so confusing. Scout's got something for us. Boga still an option. Schwab at Arsenal. Nope. I mean, it's hard to think where we even want to send the scouts out at the moment. Let me know in the comments if you've got any suggestions. But for now, I mean, this team is bulging. The only other player we're interested in is maybe Mounier. But do we even need him? I don't know. Right, let's get into the second game of this episode. Affectionately known as the Rat Derby. Yep, Frank Honorat. And we're going to Nancy. And hopefully we can make him pay. He's at 75 rated at the moment. Okay, so he's not developing that well. But he would still have been a fun option to get back in. But we don't want him. We don't want him. Karamo may be unsettled by the transfer speculation. I don't know why he would be, seeing as Alkmaar can't really be seen as a step up. But on a downward arrow, we're going to have to bring someone else in. And I guess it'll have to be I mean, we could play Koyalapu down the centre. And then more out there. And then Cafu on the left. That'd be interesting. Or the more reasonable choice would be Mitrovic in Koyalapu. More on the bench. Cafu on the right. I mean, I like the combination of Cafu and Mitrovic because I like a player who can cross with their right foot who is right-footed as Cafu is, and he's also slightly better at crossing. So we'll go with that combo today. And Koyalapu, he was so close to getting a goal in the last one. I don't work out how Masunda was tired, but I guess he must have played in an international. That's why he's a little bit tired. Mitrovic doesn't seem to be too phased after playing in Emre Moore. He's not that tired either. Tisserand was excellent in the last game. Oh, it's a tough choice. I think we'll go with Asibiade today against a side that we should be beating. We like Tisserand on the bench and Passetto on the bench as well. For who, though? I mean, we're not going to bring Karamo on a downward arrow, so we'll put him there, have him as the option. Doolin on a blue arrow today, as you'd expect, and in Cham, he had a great game in the last one. So Nancy were, as you'll all remember, the side that we got promoted alongside from Ligue 2 in Karine Diakra's first season in this series. And the biggest knife in the back that we've ever experienced was Frank Honorat, a player who was excellent for us in Ligue 2, moving to Nancy just before the start of the second season. And that was horrible. And but luckily, in that first season in Ligue 1, Nancy only just escaped relegation, and we flew up the charts, and we finished in the Europa League spot. So, you know, I think Frank made the wrong choice, and we want to show him that again today. Come on. Oh, that's nice work. Kufau will keep it in. Bar looks for the back heel. Sibiadi can't get to it. Chip back in. Zagadou with a good header. Out to Marchetti. He'll find Ontiveros. Oh, that's a good block there from Wellington Nem. Can we break now with Cafu? He can certainly run, and he motors through the centre here. Under pressure from Cafu. That's a great ball to Koyalapu. Back to Wellington Nem. Floats it into Goodwin Koyalapu now. Can he get us off the mark? Yes, he can. Of course he can. He's on a blue arrow today, and he's our top finisher in the side. So you give him a one-on-one, especially in this sort of form, and he's always going to score it. And the golden boots, the synonymous golden boots that, yeah, he's famed for now. He's got to be due. Him and Karamo have got to be knocking on the door of the French squad by now. Definitely under 21 prospects. And, well, great start to the game, and something for the travelling Clermont fans to shout about. Great vision there from Goodwin. He knew where Nem was, and as soon as he backheeled, it was just on his bike. No one seemed to know what he was doing. But then, one-on-one, there was only really one way that was going to go. That's great vision. I love that. And then Nem, perfectly weighted ball. Lovely first touch with the left. And then simple finish with the right. And to Veros, wide to Nguesa. And they're putting in a bit of pressure here, but we're withstanding it all very easily. Mitrovic couldn't win that. Oh, Cafu, great work. Lovely tracking back. And then explosive pace to get away and find Duarte. He'll cut inside. Looks to slip in Koyalapu. That's a great ball. He'll get there with Digne. Oh, somehow it's fallen to him. Koyalapu now will curl this, surely. Yes. 2 goals for Goodwin. And that is an excellent start. Half an hour in. And we've already set out our stall. And our stall is to score a shitload of goals. And that's a great way to start it. And Goodwin surely now will get his hat-trick. He's on a blue. And you've got to wonder what Digne was doing there. He looked like he'd done everything right. He'd won it back. And somehow he didn't get to it. Koyalapu reacted first. And then his finishing, dead eye as usual. Curls it past the keeper. And yeah, we're looking good. Comes Frank Honorat. Koyalapu looks to get a tackle in, but he finds a way out. Hadi lays it off. Oh, finds Hadi. And Doolin's in there. Oh, and they've won a free kick late on. That was a bit weak. Not sure about that. I thought it was half time, but they will have a go on goal here. This is catch us out territory. Bernardoni been doing a bit better. Oh, it doesn't make it over the wall. Out to Pedretti. Wide ball looking for Frank Honorat. Takes it down. Puts a good ball in. Duarte is, caught out badly at the far post there. He really looked offside. 3 minutes as well. Past the end of the first half. How is he not onside? He must be being played onside by someone. No, it wasn't offside. Duarte there. He'd switched off. He knew it was half time. He thought we were done. Gutted. Well, we can't make any mistakes in the second half. Somehow Nancy have had 61% possession. It doesn't feel like that at all. We've only had 2 shots on target. We've taken them both. But I felt like we were in control. Right, we need to try harder. I'm not feeling Mitrovic. I'm just not feeling him. I think we might need to make an early change. He's just not mobile enough. Karamo, you underestimate how much he can do on the ball, how good he is at holding it up, but also spreading play. I'm not sure. Not sure. Oh, Nem gets a touch. It's fallen to Incham. He's going to drive forward now. Oh, almost wins it there. Still going though. It was a foul there. Nem out to Duarte. Near post has got Mitrovic to aim for. Oh, Wellington Nem goes straight through Frank Honorat. You wouldn't normally expect it, but there's obviously some extras there. They know that they still hate him. They know that the travelling fans will love that. And even though we're only a goal up, I think it was probably worth the risk. I mean, it wasn't a bad... It was a bad tackle. That was a bad tackle. And once again, the rat is on the end of some retribution. Some of you in the comments not a fan of that happening, but, you know, I can't control what they're doing. Passions run high in the rat derby. So I'm not normally a fan of doing this, but we're pulling Mitrovic off in the 54th minute. He's just not been great. He's only had 10 touches, and none of them have looked great. Passetto coming on, which is an interesting choice from Creeg Diacre, but she's looking to give him just a few chances. He's on good form today. He'll move into the Koyalapu role. Koyalapu into the centre, with Cafu still out on the right-hand side. It's not exactly a big lineup, but we've got definitely some talent in there. It's going to be a short one. Duarte, back to Incham. Now Zagadou, edge of the box. He'll wind up a shot with the left foot. Oh my God, yes! Zagadou, do. Push pineapple, score a goal. Zagadou, do. Can you believe he's hit it from there? Zagadou, do. Imagine all of that in French, but still working with it. Oh my God, this episode has been an absolute banger for fan favourite scoring goals. And it was one off the training ground. Clearly, Zagadou finding himself in a lot of space, and then he's given that one a big old spank. The big lad at the back, big Zags. And to have Doolin, Incham and Zagadou score in one episode is something of a collector's item. And he's hit that one so sweetly. Oh, lovely. I think that might double his career goals for Clermont. And so good to hear the chant after such a long time. Oh, that's a nice ball. Ontiveros will get there ahead of Alcibiade, but Alcibiade makes up the ground beautifully. Now Cafu lays it off to Incham. Back to Cafu. We're looking absolutely irresistible here. Down the line into Koyalapu. He's got Passetto to aim for in the box. He'll find Passetto here. He'll turn away. Passetto! Yes! Oh, it's all come true. Dreams will come true. And they're coming true today. Oh, you couldn't have written the script for this episode any better. I'm going to go as far as to say this is my favourite episode of the series, just purely for the characters involved, for the goal scorers that we've had, and what a show this is for the away fans. They've made the trip here. I don't know if it's a long trip, I don't know if it's a difficult trip or an expensive one, but I can assure you it was worth it. Koyalapu into Passetto, holds off his man, lovely first touch and a simple finish. Was that a look-away finish? Was that a little bit of extra Ronaldinho-esque flair? Does that even work for finishing? I don't think it does. Let's have a look. Passetto, I don't know. It was just calm. It was just calm. The finishing of a seasoned goal scorer. Has he made a case for, at the very least, making the bench now on the regular? I don't know, but he's done better than Mitrovic anyway. Oh, Passetto, lovely sliding challenge. And now Alcibiade. Can he find Passetto in the box? He can. Looks for the chip. Oh my God. It just gets better and better and better. If that had gone in, I think I would have actually probably exploded. He won the ball back amazingly and then made his way into the box. Chipped the keeper. Oh, it was so close. So close. I am smiling like a Cheshire cat right now. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, that's annoying. That's annoying to let them score in the 87th minute. We've taken our foot off the accelerator twice there. Not quite sure what happened there. It was a really shit ball out. I thought Alcibiade had it back to Decore. No, it was Decore caught out. And then it's a good finish. Oh. Well, still, you can't take any of the shine off what's happened in this episode. I mean, unless we lose this, but I can't see that happening. Passetto looks to reverse it into Koyalapu. Oh, he'll take it down here. Oh. Koyalapu for the hat-trick. Words escape me. Words escape me. And is that the second? I think that might be Koyalapu's second hat-trick of the season. And he took that last one in some style. He had no right to take that out of the air ahead of the defender. I think there might have been a cheeky Megs in there as well. And then the curled finish. Oh, they're going absolutely crazy. And rightly so. As we put our 5th past the massive rivals. That's a great take. The turn here. No, it wasn't a Megs, but it was round the outside of him. That's why I love it when players do that. He put the ball round one way. He went the other. Picked it up. And then found the position to finish. It was great vision from Passetto, who's been excellent. Lovely first touch on the chest. This kid, only 18 years. Oh, it's around him. Leaves him wanting. And then curls it. And then off the post as well. I'm officially done. I am spent. Well, there we go. And it's full time here. And without being to be too graphic, I'm going to need a new pair of trousers and a new pair of pants. I'm going to need a full change of clothes after that. Mainly for just the tears of joy that have soaked me through. And there's Koalapu taking the ball home. But let's not forget goals for Big Zags and Passetto as well. And Honorat got a kicking and he was completely anonymous. It just doesn't get any better than this. I think after this embarrassment we can probably just forget about the Rat Derby and all the bad feelings, because we're just in a different league. I mean, we're in a different league to everyone at the moment. We've bounced back really well from the last 2 games, which were disappointing. And, I mean, that's an excellent hat-trick from Koalapu as well. All great goals. And, wow. I feel like an Owen Wilson sort of, wow, it's probably needed now. So 5 goals from 7 shots on target and less possession. I mean, clinical is the word. Mitrovic didn't have a great game. He was the only real problem with this one. But Koalapu grabs an 8. Another hat-trick for him. Wellington Nem looked tidy. And then obviously Passetto came off the bench. Looked excellent. Absolutely sensational, one and all. So we make it through round 2 of the Cup in some style. And who will we go on to play in the next round? It's going to be Marseille. That's a tricky tie. That is a tricky tie. We could have had a much easier one than that. We'd like to push in the Cup. In all the Cups we're in, actually. Some silverware this season would be excellent. And Koalapu is now called the Ace. He's had a lot of nicknames. I think he was the Dragon. Pretty sure he had maybe another nickname before then. I prefer Golden Boots personally, but hey. So, 4 days later, we're up against West Brom. Interesting. Very interesting. Especially for Saido Berahino. We could give him a start in this one up against his old club. It's only 4 days later. I imagine we'll have some tired legs. Oh, and look at that. Just to top things off. As if PES couldn't get any better right now. The screenshot is of Frank Honorat getting absolutely smashed by Wellington Nem. Just doesn't get any better. Doesn't get any better than this. So what an episode that was. Join me again on Monday. I'm sure you'll want to see how we get on against West Brom in the Europa League group stages to pretty much seal our route through to the knockout, I would say, if we get a win there. And then St Etienne at home, which is always a tricky one. I'll see you in a bit.